Good evening. We'll call the meeting to order. Tonight we have a special guest with us. Wyatt Smith is here to earn his merit badge. And Wyatt, why don't you come forward and lead us in the pledge? Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh my gosh, I don't have an agenda.
Thank you, Wyatt. Roll call. All of the counselors are present and the mayor is on vacation. Thank you.
But is he excused?
I don't know. I don't have the authority to do that. Okay, looks like we have some announcements. An open public forum with a presentation on the Parks and Recreation Master Plan is next Wednesday, June 12th, from 6 to 7:30 here at City Hall. The public is invited and encouraged to attend. Also, the Youth Fishing Derby at Falls Park is Saturday, June 15th, from 9 a.m. to noon. This is an exciting, fun-filled day of fishing for children from 5 to 14. It is a free event. All children must be accompanied by an adult. And for registration information, visit the city's website, www.postfallsidaho.org. And Father's Day is Sunday, June 16th, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And are there any amendments to the agenda?
We have none tonight.
Thank you. Any declarations of conflict? I'll recuse myself from item H of the consent calendar. I wouldn't be voting anyway, but just for the public record, I'll recuse myself. And if there's no one else, will you present the consent calendar, please?
Yes. Item A is minutes from the May 21st, 2019 City Council meeting. Item B is payables May 14th through May 27th, 2019. Item C is purchase of a park shelter for Beck Park from PlaySpace. Item D is software agreement with Thales Consulting for financial reporting software. Item E is Howell Lift Station BNSF agreement. Item F is Arrowleaf Estates Subdivision Construction Improvement Agreement. Item G is Idaho to Bay Street Pedestrian Access Local Professional Services Agreement with Welch for Engineer of Record, Construction Engineering and Inspection Services. And item H is Addendum 2 to Purchase and Sale Agreement with Liberty Bankers.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? We need a motion, please.
I move for approval of the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Shannon, will you take the roll?
Thorson,
Aye.
Borders,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Anthony,
Aye.
Wilhelm,
Aye.
Lloyd.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay. We do have one public hearing tonight. If anybody would like to speak, there are sign-up sheets at the dais back in the back. You could bring them forward to our city clerk, and she will give you time to speak. And tonight, that public hearing is a fee resolution update, and so we will open the public hearing.
All right, good evening, Council President and Council. I wanted to bring to Council for approval the cemetery fees. I'll be bringing a fee resolution to Council in July, but these are fees that we needed to do immediately. Since there are some new burials at the Post Falls Cemetery, we needed to update the fees around the fountain, and so the items that you have in your council packet that are red, those are the new fees. And also, if you have looked further down, there are some lots for double depth. Those have been requested by customers, and now we're going to offer that possibility at the cemetery as well. So it's not too much exciting stuff, but it's something within that just couldn't wait for the next fee resolution during the budget cycle. Any questions?
Is that your presentation?
That's my presentation. It's short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Okay, so can we ask for anybody wishing to speak? Anybody wishes to speak? Do we have any sign-up sheets?
We have none.
Okay. Okay, So I guess we will close the public hearing and go ahead with your question, Steve.
Jason, during the budget process last year, we visited a little bit about the perpetual care fund for the cemetery.
Right.
And the concerns that we don't have a very big perpetual care fund for the cemetery. Would some of this be earmarked to go into the perpetual care fund?
It would, yes, and last year we didn't have a lot of funds in that because we fronted the money for the cemetery, the fountain, and then we're reimbursed.
Okay.
So those reimbursements have come in, but the time we used the funds available to construct it and purchase it.
So it should look a lot healthier
It will
this
look like
next.
healthy this year, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So Jason,
Yes.
under the opening and closing lots, the holiday weekends fee, is that to be pulled as?
That's going to be pulled on I can remove items from them once they've been signed, but I can't add them back.
Okay.
The holiday weekends is the addition for the holiday surcharge, and then up above, whether it's a single depth weekend or depth weekends, first or second. That's going to be the combination of the two.
Okay, good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay, we're going to need a motion.
Move to approve the resolution fee update for the cemetery fees.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Shannon, please take the roll.
Borders.
Aye.
Anthony.
Aye.
Wilhelm.
Aye.
Malloy.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Thorson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Looks like we have no unfinished business, so next is,
Cemetery rules, right?
excuse me?
Oh, never mind, sorry.
Okay. No unfinished business, so next is citizen issues. This is a time when a citizen can come up to the podium there and speak. Just give your name for the record, please. Right there, sir. Thank you.
My name is Steve Shamian. I live at 442 South Wide River Road here in Post Falls. And I'm here to talk about a little bit about the Black Bay Park Vision Plan. I'm fully aware that it's just in conceptual stages at present. There's no construction drawings yet. But there are a few concerns that I have, and I'd like to get them on record, and thank you for the opportunity for giving me that, allow me to do so. Let's see. Hold on. I already messed it up, kid, sorry. There. Okay, this is the, I have it here. This is the plan, and I also want to say I'm very excited about the overall plan, what it's going to do for Post Falls, for its residents. I think it's an aggressive and awesome vision. However, with that, this rendering, if you look at this rendering, it looks, if you go to the far left side, it looks like the west border is just additional forest. So it would be a great plan for everybody involved. If you looked at that, this is the corner here of the western edge, and it has a boat dock, community boat dock proposed, the boardwalk, there's some trails, a shelter, and then a big deck. But what it doesn't show, just right on the other side of that, is where I live. The border comes down right next to the proposed boat dock. What's in the water there is a water trampoline that we've had for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years in there for the grandkids and neighborhood kids. So the first time I saw this, I thought, oh wow, a boat dock there is not going to work out with the kids swimming and boaters coming in and out, especially on weekends when most of the boaters are mixing alcohol and stuff like that. We've lived there for 20 years, and so we kind of have seen it all. So the concern that I have now is strictly safety. For the kids swimming and going back and forth, having boats come in and out from that location just would not work. This is it's phase 2 of the plan that includes the boat ramp, the community boat dock there. And again, you can see the property that I have. There's a trail that runs up. It's 18 steps from that trail to my yard to the lawn. If that gets expanded and widened, I know there's going to be a lot more foot traffic than there is now, and that's going to raise opportunities for trespassing, vandalism, and so on. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that as well. This, I'm standing actually on the trail looking into my yard. So anybody that walks the trail, it wouldn't take much just to head over. We've chased, partiers and stuff off in the past, and this is actually, I'm standing on my yard looking into the park. On the far right-hand side is where the boardwalk would be, and then the trail comes just right up on the other side of that pine tree. So, as I said, I'm thrilled about the opportunity for Post Falls and the park. I'm not thrilled about the safety issues that would happen if the boat ramp happened to be built as proposed. I'm going to skip this because I know I have 5 minutes. I had another little comment I was going to make very quickly. The boat ramp didn't show a whole lot of support in this, but I don't have time to talk about it. This is the last drawing that I have, or the last slide that I have. That's the water trampoline I was talking about, and my grandkids waving. But the two other things that are important to notice here, on the far left-hand side, that is the Black Bay Park shoreline that will come around up to the property. And the other thing that's of note is if you look at the far right-hand side, you'll see a green boat dock there, and then there's a speedboat in the water. This is one of the most narrow parts of the entire Spokane River right here. So anything that's impeding out into the water further than it already is would probably come under some scrutiny. It would be an issue. I don't like to throw out issues or comments without providing some type of alternative plans. But before I go out these plans, let me also say this. I've worked with the Parks and Recreation before, specifically with Dave Fair. Great working relationship with him. I love his attitude when it comes to coming up with a win-win solution on solving things. We did a land swap here a couple of years ago, and it worked out great for both parties. And Brian, I've worked with him as well. I've also talked to both of those gentlemen on this issue specifically, and they're both open-minded to consider changes. I mean, nobody's dug in their heels or anything like that and say this is how it's going to be. So I want to get that on record, that we have a great working relationship, and I'm sure something will be able to get worked out here.
Steve, you're over 5, so I'm not sure how much you have left.
I'll talk really fast, okay. Less than a minute. What I would propose, if I could wave a magic wand, the boat dock, either relocate it or eliminate it entirely. If it's relocated, change the design to parallel slips like they have at La Peep Restaurant. The parallel slips won't extend so far out into the water, and it'll also help with the barrier for bank erosion. And if it's eliminated entirely, then I propose non-motorized watercraft, the kayaks, the paddle boards, and so on. This trail that's up here, 16 steps, I propose that it gets moved over about 50 feet. It's at the base of a rock cliff right now. If it got moved to the east, it would be a lot better. No one would be able to come onto the property. And then the boat dock and the ramps there, I think that whole thing could maybe get moved further east. If the boat dock gets moved, then the rest of it should get moved. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments.
Okay.
And Steve, did you make this available to so Kit, you have this? Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Okay. Next is new business. Looks like we have new business. Have no new business. We do have 2 resolutions. The first resolution is the fee update for the cemetery fees.
I think I already jumped the gun on that one up at,
Warren, did
So
we?
he made a motion earlier to pass
Was the
that.
motion to approve the resolution?
yes.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Oops.
I wondered.
That's when I started to speak up. I was like, oh, never mind.
Oh,
I didn't catch, I caught the motion, but I didn't catch that you said to approve the resolution. so
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
There you go.
we're on the
Resolution's
beat.
approved.
okay, so do we need a second and vote on it? Or,
Oh, we already voted on it.
It's already been voted on, so that one's done.
okay, alrighty. Well, then we'll just move along to cemetery rules adoption.
Move to pass the resolution of the cemetery rules adoption.
Second.
Motion and second. Shannon, take the roll, please.
Malloy,
Aye.
Anthony,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Orders,
Aye.
Thorson,
Aye.
Wilhelm.
Aye. Any administration or staff reports? Shelley?
We don't have any tonight.
Thank you. Mayor comments, he's not here, so he really can't comment. And council comments, and I would like to start. First of all, I'd like to thank the Park and Cemetery departments for the wonderful Memorial Day event. The grounds looked just beautiful up there. And also to thank Carrie Thorson for her heartfelt speech. That was very nice, Carrie. And also, I wanted to make a comment on the Downtown for a Day event. As a vendor, my company was there, and we were very pleased with the turnout. We were very pleased with the staff, how they handled themselves and the event, and we will look forward to that again for next year. So from Coldwell Banker, we wanted to thank you, Dave, for that, and your staff. So, anyone else? Carrie?
I will just make reference to the Lions Club Haunted House. I had mentioned it in my newspaper column last week. And to clarify, the Lions Club is not going away, but the haunted house after 40 years on 4th Avenue will not be taking place. And incredible generosity for 40 years from the Idaho Veneer and the Malloy family to provide that for the Lions Club to raise approximately $500,000 in all of that time that went back into the community. So the Lions aren't going anywhere. They just are going to have a lot of bake sales to make up for it. But thank you, everybody, for their support of that, and a public thank you to the Malloy family and Idaho Veneer. A lot of people don't know all of the background details. I think that the Lions paid, the rental for that was approximately $10. So the return on investment to raise $500,000 in all that time is pretty good. So thank you for that, and I'll get to see my husband in October. There you have it.
Anyone else?
Nope.
It doesn't look like we need an executive session.
Nope.
So the next motion is to?
Adjourn.
We're adjourned.
Oh, my gosh.